Right, buddy, these are the 5 things we learned from Manchester United's 1-0 victory against Newcastle at Old Trafford. It was a wicked game to watch. Yes, the second half wasn't great and what we expected it to be, but I certainly think the biggest takeaways were mainly positives from the game, way more than negatives, I would say. And in the end, it was a good win and a good 3 points and a clean sheet. So the first thing we have to talk about was Aiden Heaven. I thought Aiden Heaven was world class, and he has that potential to go on and be a top player. At only 19 years of age, he's got a lot of potential. And yesterday was probably his best performance in the United shirt. And listen, let's be honest, he has struggled. There's been times where he's not been in the Manchester United team. There's been times where he's played, for example, against West Ham and struggled and got taken off after 45 minutes. But I thought yesterday he was brilliant from minute 1 to minute 90. And it was a relatively inexperienced backline at times in the game. But I thought he defended very well. All the aerial duels, all the duels on the ground. And listen, thank you Arsenal. A £1.5 million bargain. It was brilliant to watch him yesterday. And again, listen, we do have a lot of good centre back options, whether that's a back four or back five. Aiden Heaven is definitely one of them, and I think he has showed a lot of kind of progression, determination, and he said possibly win the league. I don't think United are going to win the league, but Amarim said if he continues to play the way in which he has played, he's going to be very, very difficult to drop. So listen, I think Aiden Heaven was someone who was brilliant yesterday. And deserved a man of the match performance. Now, another man of the match contender, the second thing we learned is Patrick Dorgu. Now, he's been criticised by myself, by Ruben Amorim, saying that he looks anxious, his final product hasn't been great. But what you can see with Dorgu is there's no problem with his work rate, there's no problem with sort of his defensive ability, I would say. It's sometimes his end product, which lets him down. But I thought yesterday he played in more of a right mid, right wing position, and I thought he was very, very good. He was comfortable receiving the ball. He helped out Dalot defend very, very well. He got a wicked goal as well. And yeah, there was a lot of sort of scrutiny warranted at Dorgu, but I thought he played and defended and put a shift in for the team very, very well in the last few games. So I'd be very, very happy with the Dorgu performance. I thought it was quality, and I think he deserved the man of the match. The work rate, the quality was class. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, the third thing, the formation change. It was a very, very clear formation change. It was a 4-2-3-1 at times. In the second half, it was an 8-1, 8-1-1. But yeah, the team got in and just, obviously, it's something they've been working on in training. We know Amorim has hinted at a formation change. Now, we don't know whether that's due to AFCON, or whether to players being injured, but I think a formation change was definitely needed, and Amorim did hint at that. And I think the 4-2-3-1 worked. It was kind of Dalot right back, Shaw left back, Martinez, Heaven, Casemiro, Ugarte, Mount, Cunha, Dorgu, and Sesko. And I think it did work massively in that first half. Second half, Mason Mount went off. I hope he's not injured. I really hope he's not injured, because who else do we really have? I know Jack Fletcher, talented player, and it was great for him to get his debut, but I don't think he's quite ready to be starting games yet. So again, that's a massive concern there. But ultimately, I think the formation change massively helped. Second half, listen, it was a shambles. It was just United just getting attack after attack, survival FC. But I thought we defended very well. And I think this formation I want to see going forward. Now, against Wolves, we'll have to see if Mount's fit. Does Ugarte continue to keep his spot? But I thought the formation, the midfield, the overloads that we created, the chances, the fact that we scored a goal, it was kind of set piece-ish. I mean, it was a Nick Waltemada kind of assist to Dorgu. But again, there were chances. I mean, Sesko should have had 2. Cunha should have had 1. Dorgu could have had another one. Like, there were opportunities. Dalot should have had 1. I mean, there were many chances in the game for both teams, but I thought we defended very, very well, which leads me on to the next point, the fourth thing, a clean sheet for Manchester United. Only the second clean sheet of Manchester United season so far, and I think the clean sheet was a must. Well, it wasn't a must, but it's a huge bonus, I'd say. I think clean sheet is something that we've been needed. We're down there with Wolves and I believe West Ham on clean sheets this season. We know the goals have not been a problem. Cunha, Mount and Burmo, these sorts of players scoring goals, we know that's not a problem. It's the clean sheets that have been a massive problem for Manchester United, and the fact that we kept the clean sheet against a very good Newcastle side who score goals was quite impressive. And I thought Le Mans was brilliant and helping that. He was very sort of commanding. He's just a keeper, a competent keeper. He comes out, claims his crosses, distribution was good, made a few good saves from crosses, and I thought he's just had a very, very decent game. I thought someone who was also instrumental to that clean sheet was Lisandro Martinez. I think he's one of United's best defenders, and it's no coincidence that he comes back into the team and has a very good performance. His line-breaking passes, his quality on the ball. And Amorim even said for a small player, he did very well to win a lot of his aerial duels. And we know that's been a big criticism of Lisandro Martinez. But I think the whole defence. I mean, we even seen him last year get minutes. I mean, that's crazy in itself. But I think the team did very well. They dug in, they stuck in, they fought. We suffered a lot, as Hammerim loves to say, which we did though. But again, the main positive, the clean sheet. And yeah, now the fifth and final thing, we need to use this as momentum. I don't know how many times we've said it. Momentum, we need to go and win the next 3 games. They look very, very good. Wolves, Leeds, Burnley, they should be 9 out of 9 points. And who knows where we would have been if we beat Everton, we beat West Ham, we beat Bournemouth. I mean, it would have been massive. But listen, we have to win the next 2 games. This game is good now, but the game's over. We have to focus on the next game. And I thought the team dug in, they stuck in, they fought. But we need momentum going into that next game. Wolves look like a very, very favourable game in the next days. And again, we need to see a result and we need to see a performance, because we know we can do it on a one-off game. Can we do it consistently, and can we do it game after game? That is kind of the biggest concern for me. But listen, Manchester United won, Newcastle 0. I think it was a very, very positive performance on the whole. Yes, again, I thought the changes and the subs were a bit weird, taking off Casemiro, but I thought the players that come in, your Ugarte's, your Lisandro Martinez, your Luke Shaw's, the experienced players helped as well get us through the game. It should never have been 1-0. I thought United should have scored more. But again, we did kind of get lucky for a Newcastle team. I don't know how they didn't score in that game. United were against the Kosh for about 60, I would say, literally the whole second half. United were under the Kosh. So yeah, to get the 3 points is huge for Ruben Amorim. A change in formation, a change in quality. We're missing a lot of players. Hopefully we get a few players back for the next game. But ultimately we take it and we move. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. They've been the 5 things we learned from Manchester United's game against Newcastle at Old Trafford. What a win and what a 3 points. But we move, and the most important thing now is getting those 3 points against Wolves, because we know, listen, we beat them 4-1 a few weeks ago, but you never know what can happen. It'd be typical of United to beat Newcastle and then get a poor performance against Wolves, but we're not saying that. I hope Manchester United do get the win. Thank you for watching. Peace.